What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Pulse. Today we're diving into a world of whimsy and wonder as we explore the delightful tale of Yippee, the autism creature. Whether you're deeply connected to autism advocacy, have a fondness for captivating stories, or simply love a touch of magic in your day, this episode is crafted just for you. Join us as we embark on a journey through an enchanting world of Yippee, TBH, or the autism creature, exploring the significance of representation and embracing the extraordinary. So join us as we celebrate the captivating adventures of Yippee and discover a joyous heartbeat within the autism community. Don't miss this magical tale. Let's dive into the enchantment together right here on The Pulse.
Someone made it in like MS Paint.
Yeah.
And then it just became known as like the Yippee creature, and then autistic people like related to it. So it just became known as the autism creature, and people like made like fan art of it and like 3D renderings.
There were a lot of articles on there being like some debate about it between different community members, but I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Almost anything about our community, there's a debate because I mean, we're all so different that no two people are going to like exactly the same thing. And then I found a few memes, but I didn't really understand them. I found them very difficult to understand.
Okay, so to my understanding, the autism creature, this Yippee creature, or the TBH creature, TBH standing for to be honest, is like a term used to describe the unique characteristics and behaviors of autistic people. Sort of like a metaphorical mascot, if you will. And it's to represent sensory sensitivities, repetitive behaviors, difficulty with social interaction, and intense focus. And if you look at it, the creature has like a totally flat affect. And this is to sort of represent autistic people, but also that it yells yippee as its one expression is like a positive, supposed to be seen as a positive thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's like how an autistic person can be happy, but their face doesn't necessarily look happy.
Or at least the face doesn't look happy, like to other people.
To other people, like
Yeah.
like the flat affect, where like to a neurotypical person they look like like maybe like sad or upset or like bored, but they're actually happy.
Yeah.
Which doesn't tend to be what happens to me. But there's this one person on like TikTok that does like they have like a TikTok series of like recreating like scenes that other people like misinterpret like what they're doing because what they're saying does not match their face.
Yeah, I do know a few autistic people who struggle with that. I tend to be very overexpressive. So so I don't relate to that one as much.
Some people love the idea of the autism creature, and some people really, really can't stand it for a variety of reasons. But the people that do like it or feel like they can identify with it, like it because they feel like it represents their unique strengths, as well as identifying with that sort of flat affect, being seen as, I guess, not really a challenge, but having the challenge of other people not being able to read you. And so there are a lot of people who sort of see a sense of pride in the character. But then, you look at the other side of it, and a lot of people are upset because the term creature can be fairly dehumanizing, right? What do you guys think of the term autism creature?
Like if I was just to hear it without knowing any context, I think I would feel very offended by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
but then you look at it and it's kind of cute.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's yeah.
I feel like I don't really mind it, but also if it was like a lot of neurotypical people using it and making a lot of memes about it and stuff, I think I would not like that as much.
Yeah, when the memes get co-opted by the neurotypicals, it becomes a problem.
It gets very, very frustrating.
Okay, so I can understand that. So if it was something where it was created by a neurotypical to identify autistic people, it would be, well, it'd probably be kind of a dick move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of frustrating almost anytime neurotypicals create something to represent autism without consulting autistic individuals and having them on board at the very least,
Yeah.
because they don't know the experience. And for them to say, yeah, I can represent autism is like, no, you can't. You only know from a third person perspective.
I just want to come back to this creature's original name, which is TBH. So that was the creator's original idea for the name TBH, to be honest, to reflect the idea of letting one's guard down, like, or unmasking, expressing the genuine self, even if that genuine self is flat affect. And I particularly like that about the character when it's referred to as TBH. That I can relate to and can appreciate. What are your thoughts on its only expression being yippee?
I think
Not
it's
the way I said it, but like with, gusto.
I think it's fun. I feel like I will repeat certain phrases a lot, like latch on to a certain like word or phrase for like a few weeks, and I'll use that to respond to everything. So I do kind of feel represented by that.
I mean,
Now I want to use yippee more.
yeah, now I wonder how many people have like had Yippee as an ecolalia. Oh my god.
I could definitely see that. It is kind of a fun word.
So overall, it seems like we're on board here with the autism creature, yippee, TBH.
Yeah. I think anything really created by an autistic individual to represent autism should be considered acceptable, because if they create it, it's to represent specifically their autism, and it's not really okay to tell somebody, no, you're representing yourself wrong, because it's their experience, right? And if other people relate to it, great. If not, I don't think you should get offended by it, because they're representing themselves.
Yeah.
Amazing. I couldn't agree more. That does it for this week's episode of The Pulse. Join us next time when we talk about the science of happiness. As always, if you have questions or ideas you'd like us to discuss, or if you want to be a guest on the show, send an email to voa@pacificautismfamily.com. We look forward to more of your great questions. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.